Welcome to the Beyond the Years podcast, a podcast about all things Disney. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode. I am your host, Josh, and as always, I am joined by Ashley. Ashley, are you ready to talk about Hollywood Studios?
I am. I know this is probably a little bit more exciting for Josh, but I also really love this park. We have a lot of great things to discuss. So we're really just going to be talking about some must-dos at Hollywood Studios. If you're new here, welcome. For your reference, we got back from Disney about a month and a half ago, and we have a toddler, little boy. He's almost 4. So from our perspective, we're going to be talking about rides and activities and food items that would be good for families as well as adults.
Yep.
So you want to go first? I know you're excited to get talking.
Okay. Well, first off, I am a little under the weather. That's why my voice is like an octave lower. But
It's that time of year.
I can feel like as the days have gone by, I'm like, crap, I feel more and more like crap.
Yeah.
Even though we just had this stuff like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Hollywood Studios, such an awesome park and such an upgrade to the park with Galaxy's Edge and the Toy Story Land. I mean, it's been there for a while, but those two things really help the park a lot.
Yeah.
With just more stuff going on. Because it's kind of a small park, honestly.
It really is, yeah.
Because it doesn't take long to get back to Galaxy's Edge or Toy Story area, or the Toy Story Land is what they call it.
Yeah, I feel like they have more opportunities with this park. There's definitely a lot of room to expand. I don't know, like, geographically how much land there is around the park, but it is a smaller park. But we're just going to jump in.
I'd say it's the smallest of the 4.
I think it is. That makes sense.
Because Animal Kingdom would be the biggest. And then I would say Epcot and then Magic Kingdom. Probably.
Yeah, that sounds right. So let's talk about the must-dos. Okay.
You want to go first? I'll let you go first.
Okay. Well, I'm probably just going to say the same things that you're going to.
Well, I want to hear what you say. So you go first.
Okay. So I would say, regardless of if you are a fan of Star Wars or not, I would say you definitely need to take a trip to Galaxy's Edge. Just blanket statement. Do not skip out on Galaxy's Edge. There's something for everybody, and it really is such an immersive, fun, cool experience.
Yeah.
While you're in Galaxy's Edge, there's a lot of things to do. Some of my favorite things that we did, aside from the rides, were just walking around, shopping. They have a lot of fun shops that are all like different themes. We had a really great time doing that. We ate the breakfast Ronto wrap at Ronto Roasters, and it was so good. I know the Ronto wrap is really popular, but the breakfast one, really, really good. So I definitely recommend going there, and just the environment in that kind of little area, just really cool. Obviously, Rise of the Resistance is my favorite ride in Hollywood Studios. If you like rides, I mean, I can't imagine that anybody wouldn't enjoy this ride unless you're just like terrified of rides. We loved this ride. I could ride it every day for the rest of my life. It is so fun, and you probably would notice something different every single time. We rode it with our toddler. I think he enjoyed himself a little bit more the first time. He was a little afraid of the drop at the end.
Oh yeah, he was for sure. We didn't know there was a drop until it happened, which it wasn't bad because you just drop, and it's more or less just the screen in front of you that makes you feel like you're dropping even more, but you're not dropping that much.
Yeah.
I think you're only dropping like 4 stories or something like that.
That's still quite a bit.
I know, I'm just saying.
But as an immersive experience, it is like bar none, amazing.
Oh yeah.
My God, so fun. And I just think like anybody, regardless of if you like Star Wars or not, I think that you would really enjoy it. So that's something you definitely need to do. And it is one of the more popular attractions at the park. But if you rope drop or you're at the park later in the evening, the wait times are not bad at all. We rope dropped it one day, and then another time we rode it, I think it was like after 8 p.m.
It was our first day there. We rode it after we went to Epcot.
Yeah, so towards the end of the night when people are like kind of gearing down to either leave the park or go see the final show, your wait times aren't going to be that bad. So I think we waited like 20-25 minutes.
I think it was something like that, yeah.
Around like 8:15 p.m. So that's not a bad wait time at all.
Yeah, and we had already had like a rough time with Grayson on that evening, with some like tummy issues. So it was even more chaotic than like what it should have been. But the wait time was like, yeah, I think it was like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And we were on pretty quick. And man, it was so much fun.
Yeah, so definitely recommend that. Definitely recommend Ronto Roasters, the breakfast wrap.
I'm going to say that we didn't do it.
The Cantina.
No, I'm going to say the Droid
Depot. Yeah.
I wish we would have done that now because of the little droid that we got the other day. Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, damn, like we should have done that.
It's just, I feel like that would have taken a little bit more time than we had. Like if we had another day on our trip, we probably could have fit that in another like half day at Magic Kingdom. And I feel like that would have been like the perfect experience.
Yeah.
But if you have young kids, I think the Droid Depot would be really fun.
Yeah.
We just didn't fit it into our schedule.
Yeah. And there was other stuff that kind of happened. And I was just like, you know what? Like, it's going to be like $120. We could have bought one, a bigger one, and just bought it to have. But at the same time, I was like, you know what? Let's just not do it at all.
Yeah.
But next time we go, I definitely do want to build one. Because our friends that went down there a couple weeks ago, they built one. And it's funny. It's a BB-90.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's a black one and everything.
Oh, that's funny. So we went to an antique mall this weekend.
Yeah.
And in one of the booths, there was a droid, a black droid. And it was only $25. And it was similar to the ones that you can get at Disney.
Yeah.
Not as fancy.
Yeah, that's like the step below.
But it is so cool. And Grayson loves it.
Yeah.
And after we got it, Josh was like, yeah, we should have built our own droid. But now we have a $25 one from a thrift store. I guess kind of while we're in Galaxy's Edge, we're obviously going to move around the park.
Yeah.
You don't probably agree with me on this one, but I think that you need to try the blue milk at the blue milk stand. I think it's a really unique treat, and it's very expensive. It's $9 and you get like an 8 ounces. Yeah, 8 ounces. It's very expensive, but I think it's fun to say that you've at least tried it.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Like, oh, I tried the blue milk.
Yeah.
Even though the blue milk is not.
I like the blue milk.
See, it doesn't taste like milk. It's supposed to taste like milk.
No.
Yeah, blue milk. Why would they call it blue milk if it's not milky tasting? It's like coconut milk. Yeah, when I pictured blue milk, I think like milk with like blueberry dye or something in it, where it's like a blueberry tasting milk.
Well, that's Disney. They had to make it special.
Yeah, that would have been special, just a blue milk.
Oh my gosh. But then they couldn't charge $9 for 8 ounces.
Better for the customer.
I really like the blue milk. You should definitely try it if you can.
I want them milking it from a bantha though.
That would be funny. The cantina, we did not get to go in there because it's very like, I guess it's like very hard to get like a reservation there.
That, and I think it's 18 plus.
Is it?
I think.
I don't know.
'Cause
I did some research on it before, but I've since forgotten. We did not get to go. But I think that if you're a Star Wars fan, I think you should definitely try to go in there.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, like she said, it was super busy. And I don't even think we tried to get in whenever we were doing dining reservations, just because we were more worried about, like, with Grayson going, what's he going to probably like to eat?
Yeah.
And at all the places for kids menu, it's like all the same, like grilled cheese, macaroni, like cheeseburger, chicken tenders kind of thing. But we just tried to orient the trip more like for him and us, but more for him. But yeah, next time we go, we definitely have to go into the cantina, I think, or try to get in. And it depends on like who we go with. If we go with anyone, maybe we can have them watch Grayson and like us go one night and then kid swap or like whoever we go with.
Yeah.
It'd be like one of those situations.
Yeah.
Because you can go late. You can book your reservations at like 10 or like at 9:30 or something like that, and you're past park hours. So I think that'd be really cool. Like on your walk out, it'd be an empty park and you'd be able to take all the cool pictures. But yeah, that'd be fun. I think what was the other depot that we went to that we ate at? Do you remember what it's called?
Docking Bay 7.
Yeah.
And I didn't bring it up because I didn't think it was that great.
Oh, I didn't think it was great either. I was thinking about the like other places that you can eat that is not the cantina, but still
yeah.
like you got really like cool vibes in there.
Yeah, the atmosphere was really cool. The food was good, but it was pretty pricey for what you get.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're looking for just the experience, the atmosphere, it's really cool. But again, the food's
like if you're spending like half a day, because people spend like half a day at the Galaxy's Edge.
Oh yeah.
And if you're gonna do that, you have to go in there at least. Also, the salad I got was really good, and like, I'm not normally a salad guy, but I was already like, kind of full, and like it was hot that day, and nothing sounded good. And I was like, a salad doesn't sound too bad. It was actually really refreshing.
Yeah. What else in Galaxy's Edge would you say is a must do?
Just the shops. So like we went to the Empire area, or the First Order area, where like Kylo Ren's ship is, and the little First Order outpost or whatever it's called, and then the whole like Black Spire little alley where all the shops are.
Yeah.
That's super fun.
Yeah.
And also, going back to the Droid Depot, there's like a Droid Depot like gift shop next to the Droid Depot, and we went in there. So that was kind of fun just to go in there.
Yeah, I really enjoyed just going around into the different shops.
Mm-hmm. Also, must-dos are the character meetups, which I know more about now after the trip, unfortunately, because our friends got to meet the Mandalorian and Grogu, and we didn't. And I'm like, damn it, this is bullshit. And I think Ahsoka also walks around now.
Ooh,
and
cool.
And Boba Fett, and then Kylo, and like all
the
stormtroopers.
I wish we got to meet Kylo. That would have been really cool.
Yeah.
And Chewbacca, Grayson would have freaked out.
Yeah. But and I think Rey walks around too. I think they all end up walking around out there. They just go at different times, and we just like, we were there a lot, but we weren't there as much as you think. We weren't there in a long period of time. So I think you have to spend like a whole half day or like a day just in Galaxy's Edge to be able to see like all the people.
Yeah.
Which I would do in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, it's super fun over there.
Also, a must do is get the little Coca-Cola detonator bottles.
Yeah.
It's so fun. And you get like a little like gift to bring home. You can travel on a plane with them as long as they're empty, because Alex ended up bringing some back in his check bag. So you can bring those home. It looks like a little like Star Wars detonator thing. So it's kind of one of those like ooh, I don't know if that's gonna make it onto the plane. But just be warned, if it doesn't make it onto the plane, that's why. But they are super cool to bring home, and I did a little bit of updating to mine. I painted them a little bit, so they look really cool.
Yeah.
But also, they would make really good ornaments for Christmas trees.
Yeah.
Okay. What else would you say about Hollywood Studios that is a must-do?
Okay, so I think Toy Story Land is amazing. I do think that they built it too small. It's very crowded.
Yes.
Very, very crowded over there. There's, constant flow of people, and you have to go through there to get to Galaxy's Edge, or to one of the entrances to Galaxy's Edge. So it's a very high traffic spot. So that's kind of one of my qualms with it. I would say Toy Story Midway Mania, though, is an absolute must do.
I think that's the best ride in the area.
So much fun.
It's the most, obviously it's the most interactive, but it's the best, I think.
Like Slinky Dog Dash, I've never got to experience it, but it's a coaster. Coasters are a dime a dozen for the most part. It's a very basic coaster. It looks really fun, but if I'm going to choose something to do, it's definitely going to be Midway Mania, because it's completely unique. The queue line is very, awesome, very immersive, and everybody who rides the ride is going to enjoy it.
Yeah, and the queue there, like as soon as you get into the queue, it's like, woohoo! Like this is so much fun.
Yeah.
And like indoors of the queue. The outside queue is just like, your typical rails and like overhead canopies. But once you get in the queue, it's like, or the main part of the queue, it's like, oh, this is so cool.
Yeah.
All the different things. We played I Spy a lot to keep him occupied because he hated waiting. So it was like, you either like talk to yourself, you guys play a game, or you get to know the people around you.
Yeah.
But the queue line is awesome.
The queue line was awesome.
And the ride is so much fun. And if you got a little kid, like where they can sit on your lap, you can ride 3 people on that. But if you got like any bigger kids that are old enough to be like, oh, I'm going to do it by myself kind of thing.
Yeah.
Grayson sat on our lap both times. So it was so much fun though. Such a fun ride. And the only thing I don't like though is the 3D. Because sometimes the glasses don't, it's not that you can't see it in 3D, but like I think some of the glasses are like a little warped or something. So the 3D doesn't look as good as you want it to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, do we really need the 3D? Or can it just be like on a big monitor?
That's fair.
But
regardless,
it's still a fun ride.
Yeah. Anything else in Toy Story Land? They opened the Woody's Roundup barbecue. We did not get to experience that. I'm not a huge barbecue person. So if you like barbecue, I guess try it. I think it's going to be a fun experience. We're just not big barbecue people.
You're not.
I'm not.
I like barbecue. I just don't eat it a lot because I know you don't like it.
I mean, I like it fine. I'm just not like a huge barbecue person. It's not my favorite thing.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's like, I don't grill out every weekend because I'm like, oh, she's not a big barbecue person. But another thing I would say, I mean, obviously, like the character meets there are really fun because you can meet Buzz and Woody and all of them.
Jesse and Woody are usually out together. Buzz is out there. They've got the army people walking around.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
They're just walking by themselves though. What is the toy or the
Woody's Lunchbox?
Yeah, I mean, we got that giant Pop-Tart looking thing.
Yeah.
It's just a cookie with cream in it. It's not a Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would suggest that.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
It's still kind of cool, but there's also a lot of other stuff that's in there.
I think the Woody's Lunchbox experience is fun. Like the environment where you dine at is just really cool. Like they've got all of the chairs are different, like Legos or blocks of cheese. Like it's just really fun.
And my only other qual with that is it shouldn't be Woody's Lunchbox. Because Woody doesn't go to school. It should be Andy's lunchbox.
Yeah.
That's my only thing that irritates me every time I say Woody's lunchbox.
Yeah.
Because it makes no sense. Like, he's a toy. Why would he have a lunchbox? So irritating. But, God, there's not really a whole lot other than Midway Mania. I mean, there's those bumper cars that you can ride. But I would not say that's a must-do because...
I would say the only must-do in Toy Story Land is Midway Mania, for sure.
And we didn't even... We were over there for a bit, but we weren't there.
It was just so busy, so crowded all the time, and...
The environment is cool. If you're walking through... If you're, like, on that side of the park, and you want to go to Galaxy's Edge, you cut through there to go to Galaxy's Edge, and it's just really cool, especially at night, because all the lights are strung up and everything. But, yeah, it's not a letdown, but it is definitely cramped in there. And the wait line for Slinky Dog Dash is always crazy.
Yeah.
So, if they were to expand at Hollywood Studios, I say they make Toy Story Land, and then they add, like, a Pixar area.
Yeah, I don't know how much land they have around Hollywood Studios to be able to add anything. But I think definitely expanding the park would be something that they should look into if they're able to.
Yeah. Oh, I have a question real quick. The Star Wars Hotel, it's closed. Mm-hmm. Do we know what they're doing with that yet?
No, I haven't heard anything.
Okay.
I haven't been up to date on Disney news as of late.
Yeah, neither have I. I've been more just off social media, off like everything right now.
Yeah, we've talked about previously in our podcast how at work I can just kind of listen to whatever and do whatever, but now that I'm in a leadership position, and I have a lot more responsibilities, it's hard for me to focus on anything but my job. So
yeah,
that kind of went away real quick, but it's fine. There is a lot else to do in Hollywood Studios.
Yes.
So one thing we didn't get to do with Grayson was Muppet Vision.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I feel like that's a really fun.
That's over by
the pizza.
Yeah, which is crap there too. Pizza Rizzo.
Yeah.
Closes at like 4:00 or 5:00, something like that.
Yeah, we were really annoyed because we were planning on eating at Pizza Rizzo for dinner one day, and we walked over at like 5:30. It was like prime time dinner time, and they were closed.
And so many other people.
They were literally only open from like 11 to 4:30 or 11 to 5.
Yeah.
And we were like, what in the heck is happening? There's not a ton of places to eat in Hollywood Studios. So the fact that it closed at like prime dinner time made no sense.
Yep. So
frustrating. And we were both so excited because we got to eat there last time. And we actually enjoyed the pizza and the environment.
I think I've heard a lot of people don't like the pizza.
That's what I've heard too, but I really liked it. I remember it was good. And the environment was really nice. So we were definitely bummed about that. But that is over by Muppet Vision. And I would say Muppet Vision is definitely something, if you have time to do, you should do. It's good. The show itself is like 10 minutes. So the wait time is pretty much always 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because they pretty much just empty out the theater and then refill the theater. And there's like TVs for like the pre-show for kids to be entertained and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I remember it. It was fun last time. Saw something else that's a must-do, I think, that we didn't end up doing either because just time permitting, is Indiana Jones.
Yes. Yes. So that was so hard because there was a couple of...
and it was closed a lot, though.
They I think the last show was at like 4:30, and that is where we ran into problems because we ended up being at Hollywood Studios at night. Most of the time we were there.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think the last show for Indiana Jones is at 4:30, but I've seen the show, and it's definitely something that I think everyone will enjoy. It's a stunt show, really, really fun. And it's always nice to just be able to sit down for a little while and relax.
Yeah, I agree. I had to pull up a map here because I was trying to think of what else.
I've got it in my brain here
Well, I know
to talk about. I was just seeing if you had anything else.
Well, I was gonna say, like the shopping at, is it Hollywood Boulevard? Is that where you can go like from shop to shop?
I don't know. It's just the main
No.
strip when you walk in.
That's not it. Either way, like the shopping there on all the different places.
Yeah,
is
there
really
was
fun.
there was a point in time where Grayson fell asleep in his stroller, and the only thing we could do was shop. So we literally got to go in like
a blessing and a curse.
Yes, it was. We got to go in pretty much every single shop that there was.
Yeah.
So they do have some pretty good shopping over in Hollywood Studios along like the main strip, and then of course in Galaxy's Edge,
Sunset Boulevard, like that whole strip.
Yeah.
Is like practically shopping. The Hollywood Boulevard is practically all shopping. There's shops near Echo Lake that we went through like a dozen times. And then there's another like Star Wars area. It's where the original Star Wars area was for Hollywood Studios.
It's there's a gift shop right when you get off Star Tours.
Yeah.
But you can of course go in.
It's a big gift shop.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And it's gotten, I would say Galaxy's Edge stuff is more like you're on this, the planet Batu.
Yeah.
So it's all in like I think it's called Orvish, like language, what the Star Wars like lettering looks like. And I think at the Star Tours, I don't even know what it's called, but that area is more like it just has a bunch of Star Wars different stuff in there.
Yeah.
I know this kind of sounds dumb, but like it's just more. It says like shirts that say like Star Wars, or the Bantha burger shirt that I almost got.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't, but I almost got. It like that's over there.
Okay, couple things I want to talk about because I think we're a little stuck on Star Wars because it's so good. There's also a lot of other things besides Star Wars to do in Galaxy or in Hollywood Studios. Rock and Roller Coaster.
We didn't ride.
We didn't ride this time, but last time we went, we rode it so many times, and it is so good. If you like coasters, you will love this ride. Great coaster. If you like coasters, you got to do it. I know we didn't ride this one as well this time, but Tower of Terror is, you have to like thrill rides to enjoy it. If you like thrill rides, this is a good one. I think it kind of depends on my mood if I want to ride it or not. But it's just a really unique experience, really fun, and there's an amazing gift shop when you get off of the ride, of course.
The Tower of Terror.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the Tower of Terror ride. But also something that I feel like is a must do if you got kids is the Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy thing.
Yeah, I didn't even know. We didn't even
see the Rock and Roller Coaster area.
Yeah.
The furthest we went was Sunset Boulevard, like towards the end, and then that was it.
Yeah, we didn't even go over there.
Mm-mm.
See, we needed another full day to like split between Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom.
Well, and we just did so much park hopping in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, we like to have an outline of like what we wanted to do, but at the end of the day, like we would just like, okay, like after the first part of the day, we figured out where we're going for the second half, and it was kind of like, where do we want to hit?
Yeah.
So we just really hit the stuff that we really, really, really wanted to do, like a lot, like the Rise of the Resistance. Like we rode that.
We were just
several times.
It was our first time getting to experience Galaxy's Edge, so we did spend a lot of our time at Hollywood Studios and Galaxy's Edge.
There's only there it went. I'm on the Disney Experience app right now, so I could look at the different places, and it said Rise of Resistance had a 5-minute wait, and then it bumped up to 50.
Oh yeah.
So it must have been down, and then it jumped back up.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm gonna bring us back to Galaxy's Edge. because I could see it on the thing. Smuggler's Run, we didn't do, but I'd say like take a picture in front of the Millennium Falcon
Oh yeah, for sure.
because that's super cool.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't ride Smuggler's Run. It just doesn't appeal to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that they should have just made like a scale, 1-to-1 scale of the Millennium Falcon where people can like walk through. Yeah. We
Even
would
if
have
you
all
had
loved that.
Even if you have to get a virtual queue to just walk through it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, if we could walk through it, it'd be so freaking busy.
Mm-hmm.
People walking in there. But, I mean, even if you had to wait in line to walk through it, I would walk
People
through
totally would. And it probably would be a bigger line than the ride has. Because it's never much of a wait for a Smuggler's Run.
Yeah, there's only like 15 minutes right now.
Okay. Anything else in Galaxy's Edge before we move on again?
No.
Okay.
I'll think of something in a minute and bring it back up, though.
So one place to eat that I would recommend is the 50s Primetime Cafe, the diner, over by Echo Lake. It's really good food and it's a really fun experience. It's literally like you're eating in a 50s cafe diner. The food is like home style cooking, really, really good. It's very hearty, so it's probably not the best option for like lunch, but maybe like a dinner option if you're getting ready to leave the park. Or if you're going to eat lunch and then go take a nap, it would be a good option for you because it's really hearty and you'll probably be ready for a nap after you eat it, but it is really good food.
I would say instead of 50s diner, I would say the sci-fi is the more fun one of the two because you get to sit in like a car.
Yeah, I think the sci-fi has a lot of potential, but the food is not very good. So they just serve like burgers, tenders, wings, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Which is okay, but it's not good food. It's not like a good burger. It's a Disney burger, which is not that good. So I feel like it's a really cool experience. I've got to do it. Really cool to eat inside of a car while they're playing like old school horror movies. It's fun. But if the food was better, it would totally change the experience.
I gotcha. I'm trying to think what else. I mean, man.
I know there's a Frozen sing-along show we didn't get to do, so I can't really say.
But stuff like that was, good for kids.
Yeah.
Man, that's...
Now that we're doing these episodes where we're talking about the parks, you realize how much smaller it is than Epcot.
Oh, yeah. It's tiny. I mean, just at the map itself, like, I don't even have to be zoomed in all the way, and I could see all of Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
You go over to Epcot, and, yeah, you can zoom out a little bit, but, I mean, it's still, like, Epcot, I said Echo Lake. Epcot is just, it's huge.
Yeah.
There's so many things to do over there. And even Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom, same way. They're just giant compared to Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios, I know, is like, like the most, I don't know if it's the park they've updated the most, but I think they should keep investing into Hollywood Studios. I know the Galaxy's Edge was like the big ticket experience for that over there, but like I said, they could do like a whole Pixar area because they got the land to do it over there.
Do they?
Yeah.
I feel like there's so much to say about it because yes, this park has, from what it was originally, it is like completely different.
Yeah. Like
there's hardly anything original to the park. I think Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror and is Indiana Jones
and the Chinese
the Chinese theater is not the same because it used to be
MGM.
Well, it used to be it's not the same ride anymore. It used to be what is it called? The Great Movie Ride.
No, it's
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Oh, okay.
Which we didn't get a ride, but I've heard it's really, really good.
Yeah.
The wait times were crazy, though.
Yeah, Alex and Bailey said it was fun. So, yeah.
There's not much we can say about it.
Yeah. Other than that's probably something that you'd want to do with the kids.
Yeah.
Also, it's the same track ride as like Remy's and Rise of the Resistance. So, it's that same vibe.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's hard because the other parks, I guess not even all of the other parks, Epcot and Magic Kingdom, I feel like are on a different level with the amount of things you can do. And it's just like cram packed with activities and different things you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, a little bit more, Animal Kingdom's a little bit more spread out.
Yeah.
And really, there's not a ton to do.
Yeah, I mean, we did Animal Kingdom in a half day.
Mm-hmm.
No, well, I say half day. We weren't even there a half day.
Yeah.
We were there to ride the safari and
The Navi River Journey.
the Navi River Journey, and that was really it. And then we went and played in the T-Rex area. Oh, I guess we rode those Triceratops.
Yeah.
That ride.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Animal Kingdom's so spread out, it doesn't feel busy, but it is busy because the line to get in is always crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Disney is always looking to improve, always looking to innovate, always looking to change things. So I think that we're constantly going to get that. I think that there for a while, their focus was on Epcot. I think once the Journey of Water opens, the Moana attraction, I think they'll be kind of done with Epcot for a little while and move on to, I mean, they've got Animal Kingdom that has the Dino Land area that's going to need to be updated. Hollywood Studios, they sunk a lot of money into Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story Land. So I don't know how much we're going to get in the next 5 years there, but I think there's definitely opportunity to expand in the future.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't say that's like really it for this park, but I do want to throw a scenario at you real quick because I saw this and I don't know how true it is or not, but I saw that they're going to open up another world at Disney World, like another park.
Oh, yeah.
Or another area.
Yeah.
And it was Avengers.
Ugh.
Like the whole thing.
Okay.
So it was like a Wakanda area and like an Avengers Tower area. How do you feel about that?
Surprisingly, I'm not into it.
Why?
I don't necessarily know. I'm a little bit traditional when it comes to Disney. I know Disney did acquire Marvel, so I'm fine with them like throwing in the superhero stuff here and there, but I would much rather see like classic Disney at a park. Like there's so much that they can do with Pixar. The Pixar movies are all just phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I still hold my ground. Like, I think they should do a Pixar park. And I know they acquired Pixar, but it was a long, long time ago. And it's more like Disney vibes than Marvel is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would love it if we went. But ideally, I would prefer that they did like a Pixar or something a little bit more quintessential Disney than superheroes. Mm. I have no doubt that if they chose to do the Marvel park, it would be amazing. I would love it, but I would prefer to do something a little bit more Disney.
I'll show you the picture here, but like, so imagine like a Disney World-esque like size park, or not Disney World, Magic Kingdom size park, and there's different land.
I have no doubt, Josh, that it would be amazing.
I know, but listen, I don't know if this is true or not, but this is what it says now. They have an Asgard area.
So I'm like sure it would be beautiful.
I know. I'm just letting you know. I'm reading this off. They've got a Cosmic Realms, a Marvel Galaxy, a Wakanda area, Avengers headquarters, and then they've got like a whole New York area where it's like Westview from WandaVision, Queens, Brooklyn. There's a Hydra area, and then there's a Manhattan area. And then another area that I can't, it's hard to see what the picture says, but it looks really cool if this is true. But I don't think it's true.
Probably not. I haven't heard anything about it.
Because, I was going to say there would be more news about it, but I don't think it's true. It just, I saw that and I was like, ooh, that's actually really cool. Because I think there was talks about doing a whole Star Wars area, like a Star Wars park.
No, I'd be into that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Galaxy's Edge just satisfies that need barely. There's so much that they could do. Oh my gosh. They should do like kind of Magic Kingdom layout, how there's different lands. Mm-hmm. But it would be Star Wars.
Yeah, that's how
so
it
every
is.
Different land would be a different planet.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, there's concept art for it that someone made.
Oh my god, it'd be so cool.
They had like Tatooine and Coruscant and all the other, like I'm blanking on Vader's planet, but that planet.
Mustafar.
Yeah, Mustafar. But yeah, that would be super fun.
Yes.
As well.
And I feel like Star Wars can stand the test of time. I don't know if Marvel will.
See, that's kind of my thought. I'm like, Star Wars has stood, I mean, obviously Marvel has been there for a long time, but Star Wars has stood pretty strong through the years. Mm-hmm. Where I feel like Marvel right now is kind of going through like a little bit of a lull.
Yes, for sure.
But
you and I haven't even hardly talked about Marvel in like months, I feel like.
Yeah, not on the podcast. But Loki season 2 is out, and I've watched the first 2 episodes, and there's a 3rd episode I need to watch. But man, if they kept that tempo that the Loki show is keeping, we'd be in business. But Marvel has just kind of been hit and miss lately.
Yeah.
But anyway,
we're getting off topic.
I was gonna say, I don't want to get off topic too much, but I was just curious what you thought about like a park like that. Yeah. Just because there's nothing Marvel-y in that area because of the whole east of the Mississippi stuff with Universal. Mm-hmm. And I don't even know if that's possible to do now, but like you have Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's about the only really Marvel thing you get. Mm-hmm. But I digress.
Yeah.
We'll finish talking about Hollywood Studios.
I mean, that's pretty much it. I guess the only thing else I can add is the Skyliner.
Oh, yeah.
If you're needing to park hop, you can take the Skyliner over to Epcot. You would have to go back to kind of the central station and then go over to the Epcot Skyliner. But you could do that if you wanted to. Yeah. It's fun to get a ride the Skyliner.
Oh, yeah. The Skyliner is a blast.
And it's better than having to walk all the way out to the bus area. Mm-hmm. Because it's right there by the exit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. Skyliner was so much fun. And also a pain in the butt sometimes.
And also terrifying when it stops midair for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
and you're dangling above traffic.
Point. Yeah.
Or a lake.
So we were over Caribbean Beach one time. It's like the highest point, and it stopped. And Ashley was like, "I'm done. I'm done. I'm done." And Grayson was like, "Why is she sad?" I was like, "Mommy's scared of heights."
See, it's interesting. Yeah, I am scared of heights. Like, I would not want a penthouse apartment. I would not want to be one of those people that like goes up and stands like in those tall buildings in New York, like over the glass edge. You know what I'm talking about? Where you stand.
Well, that and like you're above the cloud level practically.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Not a fan. I love roller coasters and stuff, but not jumping out any planes or anything.
Yeah, I'm not doing that either. But yeah, so that's our kind of must-dos at Hollywood Studios.
Next up, we're going to be talking about Magic Kingdom. I love Magic Kingdom. I wish we got to spend more time at Magic Kingdom.
Yep.
But
next year we will.
Magic Kingdom is a must-do.
Yeah, Magic Kingdom was fun. And we will have a lot more to talk about because there's a lot going on over there.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we will catch you in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. Make sure you follow us on all our social media, like and subscribe to the channel, and we will catch you next time.